The Binance Crypto Loans are an essential way for users to benefit on the Binance platform and get access to facilities or crypto facilities when needed. In this tutorial, we will be covering some of the basic tips on how to understand and all you need to know about the Binance Crypto Loans in general. Once you have an account on Binance, you want to make sure your account is funded. For this tutorial, we funded our account with some amounts of BUSD, USDT, and some Argo tokens. You can see the amount that we have here in this account. We have about $160 worth of BUSD and also $100 worth of USDT and about 57.942 amount of Argo tokens in our account. We're now going to show you how to go about the Binance Crypto Loans in particular. Make sure your account is verified on the Binance platform for you to use this feature successfully. Once you arrive on the Binance account or the Binance Crypto Loans, you can be able to borrow for spot margin futures trading or other crypto staking in order to earn RAPY. The Binance Crypto Loans also offers repay at any time feature, and interests are usually calculated hourly. There are no transaction fees when using the crypto loan. We are now going to look into the Binance Crypto Loans and look for a particular cryptocurrency that we want to use to trade. Right here on the Binance Spot Trading or on the Binance Cross Margin Trading, a user can decide to trade whichever asset they want to use or can go over to the Binance Crypto Loan section to get the facility and buy in the facility, use the collateral that is being provided or being requested for by the Binance Crypto Loan portal in order for them to edge engage or push through with their orders. For this tutorial, you can see we have some amount of BUSD and we will be needing some amount of BIDR. A user who wishes to want to trade BTC can also choose to buy in on the BTC or BUSD trade. You can see the price of BUS or BTC is currently moving or is currently bearish on the Binance trading platform. BUSD is currently trading or BTC is currently trading at $40,612. So a user who wants to jump into this trade can decide to use their collateral or stable coin as a collateral in order for them to get some amount of BTC and trading on these. Once they are done trading on these, they can then keep the profit and go over to the Binance portal or the Binance Crypto Loan to repay the facility they just took. So also, you can also use the crypto loans for whichever purposes you want to use. You also have the Argo or BUSD here trading or whichever token that fancies you or you want to use or you want to buy on the Binance platform. There are a series of latest activities that are currently ongoing on the Binance platform, and a user that wants to participate in these activities that are going on the Binance platform, like for example, we have the Stand token activity where each user or the total prize pool is at $100,000 reward. So they have the promotion A, which is for $10,000 reward, and also the promotion B, which is for $50,000 reward, and the promotion C, which is for $80 reward in Sand token. So all you need to do to participate in this reward is that you need to first of all read the article from the Binance Academy and the Sandbox latest update, submit the quiz, accumulate a total trading of 300 Sand tokens in order, including buys and sells across the qualified Sand spot and margin trading pairs. For the promotion C, you as a new user, you want to check. It says all you need to do to participate or to get a qualification for this $80 reward, you need to accumulate a total trading of at least 500 Sand tokens, including buys and sells on the Binance platform. Now, in a scenario where you do not have this amount of crypto assets in your wallet, or you do not have this amount of SAN tokens in your wallet, you can go over to the Binance Crypto Loans portal and use whichever cryptocurrency which you do not want to convert to SAN token immediately, or you want to hold this particular token for a long period of time. You can go over to the sandbox or go over to the crypto loan page and request for SAN token and use this SAN token and collect the loan for the SAN token. Use the SAN token in pushing through with your activities on the Binance platform, or you can also use this in the bearish market to buy or to hedge against, or in the futures or margin trading market to get some profit, or you can also use it in any other staking activities that's ongoing on the Binance platform. A user who needs cash can also go over to the Binance platform and request for a loan facility and use this facility or this crypto loan and go to the P2P section, sell this particular loan facility and use it as cash. We also have the Woo trading tournament for $100,000 in Woo to be shared among users. A promotion A, all you need to do is to trade Woo and you get a chance to win up to $85,000. This project ended at about February 24, and this is some of the activities that users, or some of the reasons why users can take a crypto loan in order to get the benefits that are associated with some of these activities, as, as well as the fact that some users might need some amount of cash to push through with their individual day-to-day running, as well as trading on the spot market, of margin of futures trading, or staking to earn IAPY. So let's say in this tutorial we want to trade or hedge against the edge on the fact that the BTC is currently bearish as of recording. It was 40,600 initially and it's now at 40,100. We can go over to this section and click on the fact that we want to select the option that says I want to borrow. We will impute BTC. So one thing you need to note is that BTC, as BTC is bearish, a lot of other cryptocurrencies are also bearish on the Binance for trading platform. So you need to impute the amount of BTC you want to borrow. For BTC, you can only borrow from 0.01 BTC to 2.2 BTC. So I'm going to impute 0.01 BTC, which is the minimum amount of Bitcoin you can borrow. We currently do not have BNB. At default, the collateral amount is always at BNB. We are going to change this over to the currency that we currently have. Binance offers the only show staking option. This only show staking option allows you to seek cryptocurrencies that or collaterable currencies that you can use as staking options, or that can be staked as well as used for the purpose as a collateral. I'm now going to click on this as we do not have any cryptocurrencies that we want to stake. But when you click on this search button, you will see that these are a list of cryptocurrencies that if you hold these cryptocurrencies, you can, and you stake these cryptocurrencies, you can also use them as collateral for your crypto loan facility. Untick this next and click on this option. We are now going to use the assets we have in our wallet, which is BUSD, or we can also use some Argo since we have Argo tokens. So we're going to impute Argo to see what how many Argos will be needed for collateral for this loan process to push through. So once we click on Argo to see, we're going to wait for this to load up for us to see the amount of Argo that is needed for us to push through or collect this amount of cryptocurrency on the Binance platform. So Argo is currently not here. We're going to click on Only Show My Assets. Only Show My Assets shows you or allows you to see the list of assets you have on the Binance Spot wallet or on your account. Once you click on this filter button, it's going to filter you with all the assets or cryptos that you currently have on your account. So we have BUSD as well as USDT on our account. So to get 0.01 BTC, we will need 627 BUSD as collateral. only do have 160 BUSD in our assets, so we need to borrow another asset. Or if you have some amount of crypto, you can also convert them to BUSD or to use them in getting your crypto loan successfully. On this tutorial, we're going to use another asset. Let's say we want to purchase some amount of Argo tokens in order for us to push through with our transaction or a trade. Since Argo is also bearish in this market, you can see the price of Argo is also moving towards the bearish, or it's currently bullish here. Argo is currently bullish here as seen in this video. So the bullish price, we can see BTC is bullish here. You can also see the cryptocurrencies that are bullish and those that are bearish here. We're going to select here to choose BUSD, and also we're going to choose another cryptocurrency that we can trade on to make some profit. For Argo token, says we will need some amount of Argo. Let's see how much is acquired, or the minimum amount of Argo that is required for us to use this thing. For us to get about 100 Argos, and Argo is currently worth about $0.8, we're going to see that we only need about 13.13 BUSD. To push through with this, we only need 13.13 BUSD. I think so. Say the minimum amount is 100 Argo. So this is 100 Argo. We're going to impute 100 Argo. Okay, we only need about 131 BUSD to get 100 Argo tokens in our account. So we do have enough BUSD to cater for this. What you need to know on the Binance Crypto Loan is that the initial LTV or loan to value ratio is 65%. So Binance gives users the opportunity to borrow 65% of their collateral amount in order to use as loan. The initial LTV on the margin call is 75%, while the liquidation is capped at 83%. So before this liquidation reaches, Binance will notify you to come and top up your initial LTV in order to reduce the risk of getting liquidated. So once you borrow this facility, we will need to pay an interest rate of 0.280 and a repayment amount of 100.280056 hours. Take note of the loan term. Loan term, or the interest, is calculated based on the actual borrowing hours and can be repaid in advance. Interest is charged 3 times hourly after the expiration time, and positions overdue more than 72 hours are automatically closed for repayment. So you can choose to borrow a crypto loan for 7 days or for 180 days, which is 6 months in a year. A user can also borrow as much crypto loans as possible. We're going to click on 7 days, since this is just an illustration video for you to see. You need to take note of the fact that the higher the timeline, or the higher the tenor in which you borrow a crypto loan, the higher the interest rate. So the total interest rate amount for these 180 days is capped at about 7.2 Argos. Going to click on 7 days. All you need to do now to start borrowing, you need to take note of the fact that in this tutorial we only have about 57.94 Argo tokens here, while we have about 160 BUSD here. So once you take note of this part, we're now going to go over to the Binance Crypto Loans and push through this trade. Click on start borrowing. Once you click on start borrowing, Binance is going to show you the total breakdown you need to know. Once you see this total breakdown, you click on confirm. Once you click on confirm for order confirmation, this is the repayment amount you need to repay during the timeline of these 7 days. You click on confirm, and Binance is going to let you know that your transaction or your crypto loan has been successful. So on an hourly basis, you will be paying 0.001250%. You can now go over to your spot wallet to check if your spot wallet has been credited. I'm going to refresh this for you to see that our spot wallet has been credited. with this amount of Argo tokens that we just borrowed. So we add about some amount of Argo tokens. We're going to click on this. So you can see we now have about 157.944 Argo tokens here. Another thing you need to note is the fact that the Binance system or this whole individual process enables users to know that while using this, a user can benefit from this trade as well as a user can also make a lot of profit, or the token in which you use as collateral could also appreciate in value. So if a user wishes to trade on the spot trading or the cross margin or the futures trading platform, you can now go ahead and trade on the Binance spot trading platform with the amount of borrowed crypto facility that you've collected on the Binance platform. So herein, a user can now impute the amount of, you can now see the total amount of crypto or Argo we have, and the balance of our BUSD is currently at 28. So you can decide to hold for a little longer and sell to make back profit, or you can start trading here for a short-term basis or a long-term basis. Next you need to do, you can go over to the ongoing orders to see a list of orders. You can also adjust your LTV. The LTV is the loan to value ratio, which lets you know that your loan is at a low risk and also a medium risk and a high risk loan. You can decide to add or remove your LTV or your collateral amount in scenarios where your collateral has appreciated in value, or the total amount of collateral you use has depreciated in value. For stablecoins, the values can be a little bit very stable, and for the crypto loans, you need to pay like that. So next you need to do, we need to click on this. Uh, to repay your loan facility, all you need to do is to click on repay. Once you click on repay, Binance is now going to show you a list of the total debts that you're indebted to. But take note that less than an hour is still regarded as an hour. So you'll be paying this interest rate for this Argo that we borrowed. So you can pay with your borrowed coin, or you can decide to pay with collateral. So whichever one you want to pay, for most users will decide to pay with the borrowed coin, since there is, depending on the reason why they collected the facility. So click on Max to pay, and take note that your free asset needs to be higher than your total debt when repaying your loan. You can now click on confirm repayment, and you will get a return of 131.280 USD in return. You click on repay, and you're going to see Binance is now going to let you know that your repayment or your crypto loan payment has been successful. So it says paid here. We're going to refresh to see the new rate on the Binance platform, as the price volatility could affect repayment purchases or repayment orders on the Binance platform. So it is now completed. We just successfully paid a crypto loan that we collected for Argo tokens. Can now go over to your spot trading to check or refresh your menu, and you see that your amount of BUSD has been returned back to your spot wallet, while the collateral has been returned to your spot wallet. We're now going to check to see a list of cryptos that we currently now have on our account. So this is what we have. Argo has been returned, BUSD has been returned. So these are some of the features, or these are some of the ways users do use this on the Binance platform. You can also decide to renew your orders if you want to renew an order or a crypto loan in scenarios where you want to renew an order. There's a user guide here that talks about some of the basic questions or basic findings users will want to know when using the Binance Crypto Loans suite. You need to understand that on the Binance Crypto Loans, the crypto loans are the liquidation fee. So if liquidation happens, that you will be charged a 2% liquidation fee from the total borrowed amount, or orders with an LTV of 33% will be liquidated after Binance has notified you severally. So thanks for watching. We do hope you understand how to go about the Binance Crypto Loans today. See you in our future uploads, and you can now keep trading on edging towards the fact that BTC has now reached about 40,900. So users who collected the crypto loans in this tutorial could have made a profit of about $300 if they collected one BTC or two BTC in the long run or in the short term. So user can easily use this profit and pay off the crypto loan while still being in profit with these old transactions. Thanks for watching.